Welcome to the 90-Day Broadcast Show.
Hi, this is Krista Renee. The month of June is celebrated for Father's Day. But on the 90-Day Podcast Show, it's All Men Month. That's right. My guests will be all men. Not only to talk about Father's Day, but other topics. Check it out. New episode starts June 6, 2021 on the 90-Day Podcast Show, presented by Krista Renee. Hi, this is Krista Renee, and welcome to the 90-Day Podcast Show. Today's guest is Joshua Prather, and today's topic, we are talking about being a single father, raising a daughter. So I am very excited with this topic and to be here with Joshua discussing this important topic. I want to just start off by just introducing my guest. Introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Joshua Sequin Prather. I'm a single father. And one thing I tell everybody, especially females out there, that one thing I could say, I feel the pain of a single mother, and I feel the struggle of a single mother, how they feel. So whatever they going through, I feel the exact same pain. So we have a lot of things that.
Okay,
and
so
we got a lot of related issues. So I feel the pain. I feel the pain of a single mother.
Okay, good. Okay, I can relate to that. The similarities. Okay. Did you ever imagine having children?
I imagine having children, yes and no. I didn't think I was gonna have one at a certain age, but I really didn't think I was gonna have children. Me and my friend used to jinx ourselves a lot on stating who's gonna have their first kid. So it happened to be me, but no, I would have never thought I would have had children at an early age, probably around the late 20s going to the early 30s, yeah, but not in my early 20s, no.
Okay. How did you feel seeing your daughter's birth?
It was nice, something to experience. I encourage all fathers to be there to cut the umbilical cord. Indeed.
I would imagine, yeah.
First time seeing her at birth, I don't know, to be honest. First time I seen her, when I hold her, she gave me a certain look. I'm not trying to make up a whole fairy tale, this and that, but she gave me a look, knowing that she needed protection. I don't know, it was like a weird look she gave me, and she gave me that twice before. The first time I actually seen her hold her, she gave me a look of protection. So at that moment, I told myself, I don't know, I had a feeling it was just gonna be me and her. I know it sounds weird, but she gave me this look, and I already knew, all right.
You had that intuition.
Yeah. I had that gut feeling.
Wow.
But I tried to ignore it, but yeah, actually.
God made you see something in the future that was going to happen, but you didn't see it. You didn't see the connection at the time.
Right, didn't see it.
Wow. What is your daughter's name?
My daughter's name is Jayla Nevada Prather. Her mother gave her the name Jayla, but I gave her the name Nevada. But I prefer the name Nevada because it sounds more unique.
I love Nevada. And how did you come about with Nevada? Was it because of the state, or was it?
Nah, I was just thinking of names, and me being a goofy person, I was rapping to myself and just thinking of stuff. I thought of Nevada, and just, I don't know, it just reminded me of flowers. I don't know why. It just stuck to me.
It's pretty. What are some beautiful things you adore about your daughter?
I'm glad that she's mostly, I feel like she's like 85 and 90% of me, of being around me. So I'm happy about that. She's very smart. She's very alert. She noticed things quick, and she loves to ask questions. And she's big on her manners, which I like. Her pleasing her thank you. She likes to play. She can keep herself busy and entertained. She's aware of her medical conditions, like her allergies. She's very, very, very beautiful. I think I got the most beautiful girl in the whole wide world. Every time I go out with her, everybody always giving her a compliment. It's been twice where we got free meals. I think it's just because of her.
Right, her personality.
Yeah, her personality. She reminds me of the Little Rascals. If they had a part 2, I think she'll fit right into it.
Or Little Orphan Annie. Yeah, it's something like that.
Nanny, yeah. I feel like she's very entertaining. Like she got the best of both worlds. To be honest, to me she's just like me. She's abstract, which I love.
How is it like being a single dad?
Hey man, to me it may sound crazy, but it's easy. It's very, 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 very easy, but it's hard at the same time because it takes dedication. Sometimes I do mess up. Sometimes I'm clumsy. Sometimes I need to get it right. But I'm reminded by good people every day to do better, where they don't come down on me. Even if they do, it's out of love. You know what I mean? So as long as I take care of my responsibilities, I have a team. So I have my mom. I have my mom's husband, which is my stepfather. Majority of the time, my daughter's with them while I'm at work, which is a blessing. And then every summer, she goes to Florida with my father, which is a blessing. So I'm glad I have four sets of parents, meaning 2 in Florida and 2 in Connecticut, which makes it very easy. But at the end of the day, my parents in Connecticut, they're very helpful. They work with me. They stand by me, and they push me to do better. Even they push me to do better. So that's why I feel like being a single dad is easy to me, because I have a support team, and I know that I know Jayla got a whole family, but I just feel like sometimes, not to say she just got me, but you know, I have to put myself in a position where I'm the mom and the dad at some point, especially when it comes to my daughter, because she's a female. So sometimes I have to turn on that nurturing mode, where I have to tuck her in sometimes. I have to talk nice to her sometimes. Even when it comes down to cooking and cleaning, when she gets sick, whatever the situation is, I have to put that on a higher preach. So therefore, the things can get done, because as long as I do I know that as long as I do certain things, it makes it easier for me. As long as I do it the right way, or I manage my time with my daughter, it makes it a lot easier for me. And a lot of people say, oh, don't you need her mom, or don't you need this and that? Sometimes I say yeah, but I don't worry or look towards that no more. I'm not gonna say I don't want her around, or she can't be around, but it's just that I have to put myself just like a single mother. You guys gotta push yourself in a high pedestal where I don't have time for the BS. Not to be rude or be any kind of way. Just that when your kid get older, you have more responsibilities, and as your kid get older, as you make it harder for yourself, you're gonna make it harder for your kid. That's how I look at it. But yeah, I think it's easy, man. and it's less. Even though I have to wake up, I'll be tired a little bit, or I'll be, you know what I mean. Sometimes I feel like I need a little bit of rest, but it's okay because at least I have my insanity. At least I have my peace, rather than dealing with somebody else. But I don't look at it as no other way. I just own up to my responsibilities.
That's well said. And because, my next question was, do you have a supportive family? So let's skip that because you already covered that thoroughly.
I feel like that's all in one. without my family, and to remind you, it's just my side of the family. So they play a big role in my daughter's life as well. Like I tell just don't worry about me, just take care of my daughter, and then if I really need help, I won't ask for help, but I still try. But if I'm desperate for help, that's when I ask for needed help as an assistance. But other than that, I got a supportive family.
Yeah. Okay. What is the hardest thing about being a father?
It's not no hard thing, to be honest. I don't look at it like that no more. I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Okay.
I'm very happy. The hardest thing...
That's good about being optimistic, and I like when you said there is no hard thing about being a father. I do like that comeback. But I'm sorry to interrupt you, but explain your answer.
The only time it get hard is when you slack off, knowing that you need to get this specific thing done in order to slack off, because the slack off is the free time. So that's the only part when it get hard, when I don't stay on top of my time, or I don't keep myself updated with other people that's helping me out with my daughter. That's the only hard time. But as long as I keep everybody informed, it's really no hard time, to be honest. Like I said, it's something that I had to look for answers within myself. I had to talk to God. I had to ask myself many of the questions. Why me? Because it's a rare situation. But like I said, it stopped being hard after this happened 3 times in my life. The first time I didn't know what the heck she was talking about my daughter. After she said it, the second time I grasped it. The third time she said it, I took it and I ran with it. So one situation when I was I was cooking dinner, and I told Jay to help me vacuum or something like that. So when I cook sometime, I tell her to clean and then help me cook with the small things so she could know, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The female features of being a woman.
Right.
So one day I was cleaning, I don't know why, I sound like a little girl. I broke down and cried a little bit. I felt so frustrated. I don't know why I felt so frustrated. I felt like I was being overwhelmed. And then my daughter see me broke down, and then like I said, she said this would be the 3rd time she said this to me. She said she walked up to me, she said, oh, it's okay, Daddy. I know that I don't got a mom and you don't got a mom, but at least you have me. She said something like that, and then and she's like, oh, you got me, it'll be all right. And then as soon as she said that, I feel like she acknowledged her situation a little bit. Like I said, when you're a kid, you acknowledge a lot of things.
Yeah, you recognize the stuff.
Yeah. So
you see things when you think they don't see, they really do see. Yeah.
So when she said that, I felt very, very happy, and I gave her a big hug, and I swallowed up my pride, and kept moving forward. And then I just took that as a wake up call. I took that as a wake up call, just like when I looked at her the first time when I first picked her up. So I was just like, little things I look for, and I take it, because I don't know, maybe it's a mom thing. You see like a mom and dad, when you're raising kids, kind of different. A dad will be like, I don't know, it's like I feel like I'm not gonna say I'm a mother and a father. I look at myself as both.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes I take the characteristics of the female, whereas like I sense and I notice certain things about my daughter, and I just how like you just can't ignore what a child says sometimes or what a child do around you. It's that mother instinct where you have to just pay attention to it. So like And
you know what? I like the way you brought it back around to that connection when you said when you held your daughter when your daughter was born, during her birth, and she looked at you and you knew it was that look and you felt that you were there to protect her. And years later, fast forwarding, when you had your breakdown moment and she came up to you and she said, "It's going to be all right," it's me and you could.
And she read, and then what struck me was she recognized how she said it. I know I don't got a mommy, and you don't got a mommy, but basically we should be referring to such and such. So her mom. So at that
it's
point,
just you and her,
and
that connection that I know that it's just going to be that. When you said you knew it was just going to be you and her, and at that moment when you just circled in and brought it back to that, I like that epiphany, that point. That is so deep. That is really deep. That connection, that circle point, that button right there.
Okay, yeah.
What lessons have you learned being a father, or still learning and developing as being a father?
The lessons that I learned. I'm all over the place. I learned from a lot. I learned from my mom. I learned from my godmother. I learned from my grandparents. But most likely, I learned from my parents. And I mean, the way how they do things, I might not like everything that everybody do. All the people I just said, I might not like everything, but it may not seem like I'm not paying attention to what they doing, or even when I was a kid. But I do, in my heart, when I go home, or if I'm driving, and even if I'm by myself, I always evaluate myself, my pros and my cons, and that's how I learn. So I've been learning from them since I say seeing them do things between 6 to 10 to 8 to 20 to whatever age, and I always had that mindset of I mean, I just learned from my parents. I learned from everybody, to be honest.
Right.
Just developing, because at the end of the day, this generation switched up and changed so fast. So I say, because it's different from 10 years ago of how people raise their kids, and how as of right now how parents raise their kids is totally different. So as of right now, I'm just basing it off of how I'm structuring myself to structure my daughter, I guess how I say. I don't have I don't know. That's a hard question right there. I'm not.
Because you're still developing. You're still learning. You're still developing.
Because my daughter is. You gotta realize my daughter is 6 now.
Right, and she's still learning, and she's still developing.
Yeah, so at 6, I know for one thing I can say at 6, I feel like I'll start learning, develop more. I mean, it may sound stupid or crazy, but I think she's 6 years old right now, so this is the time to get her active and see what she's about, and see if I could put her in the sport. So right now, I feel like the ball is now starting to roll, because I already did the hard parts when she was a baby. Since she was been here since she was a baby, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old. So Right now, I think the ball is rolling now. So I think this is where it's going to start counting. Plus, she's finishing kindergarten, moving to the first grade. Mm-hmm. So I think that's when I'm gonna start seeing things a lot different. I'm gonna have to start asking more questions.
Oh, okay. You know, this interview was very interesting, and I am so happy that you were able to sit down and interview with me. And there was so much that you opened up to and that you shared. It was incredible to hear a father's point of view on being a father, being a single dad, and raising a daughter. And just you describing certain points of being a father within the interview, and pointing out certain things with you and your daughter, the connection you had, that really did touch me, and it really brought a connection back to the relationship and the bond you and your daughter have. I just want to say, is there anything else you would like to say to not only the single fathers, to all fathers out there raising children or have children or want to become a dad?
Don't rush it. If you meet somebody, one thing I can say is get to know that person. What might sound crazy, get to know that person for 6 months or to a year, because you never know. It's not difficult or hard or strange or weird to getting to know the person and being a friend first. Learn about each other. Learn each other pros and cons, but always be a person friend before you want to have a kid. And for single mothers and single fathers or whoever, I could say don't be in a rush to get in a relationship. Always focus on your kids first, especially at a certain age. Focus on them first. That's the best thing. I know we get lonely out here. We want the significant other around and cuddle around, but cuddle around your kid. You know what I mean? If you want to go on a date, go on a date with your kid. If you want to go on vacation, go on a vacation with your kid, because you're gonna save a lot of money, I feel like, and then you're gonna have love within yourself and with your kid, even though you already love your kid, of course. But save that energy for your kid rather than just go out there and rush for a relationship just because you don't have a partner or a partner. So it's always good to know yourself and know your kid. So that's one thing I can say. People ask me when I was at work yesterday. I told somebody I was 29, single father, a 6-year-old kid. That's when they was like, "Oh, you need to settle down." And I said, "Hey, I gotta let my daughter pick my her mommy." I said it in a funny way, but the lady looked at me weird. But what I was trying to say is that I'm not too quick to rush into a relationship. Not to say I want to have fun, but as me being me in my position, I feel like that can always wait. Like I said, if it happens, it happens. I let it come naturally. I did it to myself before. I would never do it again and put my daughter in a position where I'll bring a random female around, even if I say it's my friend or whatever. I'll never make that mistake again.
No, and I like that when you said you'll let your you'll let your daughter pick out the person that will soon be in your life.
Because when I say it's gonna come naturally.
Yeah.
Most people just let me pick. And then there's always some mix. You don't want too much of an in and out business.
Yeah, because it's going to be your daughter is the one who
will
be around this person a lot.
Right.
And you will want your daughter, since your daughter is getting older, to be used to this person.
Right.
And you will want that person to be used to your daughter, because you know how your daughter is. You just beginning to know this person.
Right.
Yeah. That's very important. And that's a very smart move. That's a very smart move on your part, on your end, to do something like that. It's like going on a date and saying, hey, okay, I'm interviewing you, but you also have to be interviewed by my daughter too. And if my daughter doesn't give you the green light,
this is the no-go. That person might not want that same thing. Like, for example, if I have a good girlfriend right now, she might not want that responsibility. I want that. Not to say I will put that on her, but you know, it just I'm happy right now. My daughter's 6. I'm happy just being alone, and then just focus on her at her age right now. I think that's more important as a real man.
Absolutely. Well, again, I just want to thank you for your time, making time to sit with me today. I think this is a very important subject. I love to see fathers taking care of their children. I applaud you. I feel like there's nothing you can't do. The sky is the limit with you and your daughter. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being positive and very optimistic. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nothing get in your way. Continue to make right decisions. Continue to have that supportive network and supportive family that is working with you.
You need a village.
Yeah, keep that positive village together and bonded. And again, thank you for your time.
Welcome, everybody. Have a good day and good night. Thank you for your time, and thank you for hearing me out.
No problem. This is Krista Renee, and thank you for listening. Also, please like and subscribe to the 90-Day Podcast Show. And if you have a story to tell that is positive, that a goal that you're trying to reach, if you're doing something that you want others to hear about, please reach out to me on the 90-Day Podcast Show. I'm here. Or you can send me an email to my email address, chypolite38@gmail.com. That's chypolite38@gmail.com. Again, like and subscribe. This is Krista Renee signing out. Peace and love.